MSNBC wants your child rape jokes. They'll select the best and have Arianna Huffington broadcast them each Friday morning. Arianna Huffington, also known as IQ 55. I listened to this fool. He calls himself a conservative, Joe Scarborough, who's selling a book, by the way. Talk about online hate speech. The purveyor of hate, MSNBC, talking about hate speech between the left and the right. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Scarborough. Your MSNBC, your Morning Joe show fosters hate speech constantly. You are a conservative, right, Joe? Oh, yeah, okay. But I know you're 6'4". I wonder if your wife is, I can't say that. I wonder if you have children. I wonder if you have daughters. Maybe you ought to supply the ages of your daughters to Letterman there, Scarborough. So, this hypocrite, Scarborough, is talking about hate. Well, hate speech. Let's see. Didn't that idiot you call Willie there, Little Willie referring probably to a part of his anatomy, Little Willie, didn't he take one last slam at Miss Palin today, Scarborough? Oh, good job, Willie. Good job, Willie. And of course, you folks don't hate. I mean, every time someone slams the little turds that you have on there all the time, and every time one of them slams Miss Palin or her family, the blonde bimbo that sits with you, the morning hoe, who has to take her bubble gum out of her mouth before she walks, says, "Ooh, now, be nice, boys." Yeah, that's keeping the liberal turds in order there. Hate speech, Scarborough? You have the gall to talk about hate speech? Someone needs to flush the toilet that your show and everyone that precedes you is in. So MSNBC is accepting child rape jokes. There seems to be a shortage on child molestation jokes about prominent Democratic women, and some ethnicity needs to be thrown in there. Perhaps Sotomayor, doesn't she have a family? Perhaps some of you very brave leftist comedians, which most of you are. I only know of 2 conservative comedians. You brave leftist comedians need to throw something about Michelle Obama and her 2 daughters. They're fair game because she put her daughters out there. Remember the garden? Hey, if you put your daughters out there, the game is on. Right, Willie, you turd? yeah, there seems to be a shortage of Democratic women and ethnic women and minorities. The jokes. There's a shortage of these jokes out of the left-wing comedians. You know, I mean, there's certainly enough left-wing politicians. They abound. Plentiful. So, send your child rape and child molestation jokes to MSNBC, the obviously non-hate place. Fair and balanced. Real journalists there. I think Scarborough's a lawyer. And you know what Shakespeare said about all lawyers. But hey, he's writing a book. And he's 6'4". And Scarborough's book is going to bring everybody together. He's the left, he's the right. Sounds like Obama, doesn't it? Scarborough. The pot calling the kettle black. Hate speech. Oh, this hatred. You perpetuate hatred. Scarborough, your children, if you have any, must be proud of you. You wrote a book, and you'll try to sell the book 5 days a week on your show. You're right there with O'Reilly, and then brag about what list you made that day. Yeah, MSNBC, and then the people that follow you, the clone turds like Contessa Brewer, she certainly doesn't perpetuate hate speech. She didn't understand yesterday why Palin don't have a tough skin, man. So what? Somebody talked about raping her kid. No big deal. So what? Somebody called her a slut. Contessa Brewer said, "Hey, people have called me a slut. I'm still here." Yeah, Contessa. The reason that it doesn't bother you to be called a slut is because you are a slut. A one-armed man doesn't get offended when you say, "Hey, you're a one-armed man." You idiot. Miss Palin is not a slut. So she would find that offensive from a leftist puke comedian with an agenda. Yep, you're a big brave man there, Joe Scarborough. You interrupt and say, "Hey, look, I'm not going to put up with this. This is wrong." Yeah, oh, come on now, that's not nice. Big brave man. But that's what I expect. You are a lawyer and former politician. I hope soon your ratings will be so bad that perhaps you will all just go away.